Melody was a person who she talks to me where I'm a mother of 5. But I do tell her, she's very mature, Because I told her advice, I told her Melody. And she was always there, even she was checking on me. I was checking on, but yeah, she would also check on me. Shanet, are you okay? Very right, how are things? Melody was just a person. Melody was strong. I worked with her and I learned a lot from her personally. And I missed strength. Even she was just, and she had faith. She had so much faith. Melody. She knows from Melody and hey. Yeah. Yeah. Tunongoti Melody famba zvakanaka meno. Yo. Oh. Ndinoda kutenda una mama. Unoziya mamaka. Mwari wakuitire zvakanaka. No? Your daughter was amazing. And ndinoziva kuti hazvisi zvinhu zvokuti akangozviwana from nowhere. She had to get that from somewhere. Melody was an amazing person. Melody was just she was helpful, she was a good person. And thank you for everything. Everything. She had faith. Faith all is well and everything works together for the good. She had faith. Saka today tunangoti ndichionekana na Melody. Melo ndoda kungoti ndiimbire Melody. Bichana titenderere. Melo. Famba, 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 signoro, nyoro. Melo famba, 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 melo famba, signoro, nyoro. Melo famba, 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 melo famba, signoro, nyoro. Melo famba, 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 signoro, nyoro. Melody no sangala kudega mero para Jesu no kuteta kuna baba ticha sanganiswa iwe famba 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 signora famba 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 signoro nyoro.
You know, the interesting thing about the many experiences Melo had and she shared with people, it just hit me. Pandanchinzwa, Sisanita Taura, Kutiva Kambo, Kwira Gonyet, Melo, and just as she was talking about that, there was a picture of Melo are in a Formula 1 car. And I was thinking, these are interesting contrasts of someone who lived a life in all extremes. Pangoa ino ndikuda kukumbirawo Loving Angels kana varipo tongopawo a few minutes kuti tipewo maviri matatu. If there's anyone from the Loving Angels management team, this is your moment. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you to everyone for being here today. Today we are here to honor Melo, our Melody, a truly remarkable lady. Sorry, just bear with us. It's really difficult for us right now to find the right words to express how the depth of the loss we feel as a family, as Loving Angels Care, all of us together. But as we stand here, we also find comfort in knowing the life, the kindness, the love that we shared together with Melody and what she brought in each and everyone's life. I can truly tell you, and this is not just saying this for the sake of saying it, each and every person that worked with Melody today would tell you exactly what Charlotte said. She was a mentor. She had so much love. Everybody loved working with her. Melody was more than just a carer or an employee or a colleague. She had so much light in her. She was a source of strength. She encouraged people, and she dedicated her life in caring, not just for clients, but even for the people that she worked with. We do not consider her a colleague or a workmate, but she was a part of our family at Loving Angels. She just went beyond her call of duty. Any client that worked with her would be like, she's my favorite. She's the one I want to see every day. At the World Garden, we feel a difference. Things have not been the same since she hasn't been there. She just had a way of making everyone feel valued and cared for. Her smile, it just brightened even the darkest of days. And her laughter, you would just laugh with her. To Mama, we are truly sorry. Thank you for allowing us to share the short life that we shared with Melo. We truly loved her. She was a part of us. To Mo, Simba, and Emily, thank you for walking with this journey with Melo, right to the end. We cannot begin to imagine the grief you're experiencing. To all Anamai Guru, close friends and family, we mourn with you. We are with you today. May we all find comfort knowing that she's resting in the bosom of the Lord. Melody's legacy will always live on. And even through the countless lives of people she touched, her dedication, her love will never be forgotten. She has left an imprint in all our hearts. Rest in peace, Melo. We didn't think we'd be saying this. Rest in peace. We will meet.
Just want to thank you, Mama. You gave us the opportunity to be with Melo. Then was my daughter. And I called her pretty. We are so close. Melo would make an effort to make anyone happy. Even with the little that she had, Melo would buy me flowers. Who bought me flowers? What flowers are these? Then when I went with the flowers, I opened, it was Melo. She was so full of love. I said, Melo. I complain. With other stuff, emotionally, it's because of work. They could all be here. They could all be here. That's how Melo was, Mama. Just want to thank you. Thank you. I'm really sorry. It has come to this. It has come to this. It's sad. It's hurting. And to more blessings. Thank you for all the support, up and down, Simba and Emily. Up and down. You were trying the best you could. You did all you could. As the Mwari, to my dear daughter Melo, I never thought I would be here. Did you want our books? No, I never imagined. The last time we met here, I told her, we met in the corridor. She was so jovial, but now it's hurting. It's hurting. As Mari wait up on power. Chandrona with Mari Joa no Siva, Joan and Minturo. Tingaita Mpunzo. Tingaita Mpunzo, but is so young, so beautiful, and she's gone, but Mari no Siva. My daughter, my jewel, my pretty. That's my name. I used to call her Pretty. Rest in peace, my dear. Rest in peace. We always cherish your love. Your love. We always cherish your caring, your kindness. Thank you, Melo. We always cherish. You are part of us. Even though you're still part of us. When the saints go marching in, or when the saints go marching in,
or when the saints oh, when the saints go marching in, oh Lord, I want to be a number. Oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, Lord, I want to be the number. Oh, when the saints go marching in, oh,
Thank you, loving angels.
Zinolamba,
few years, if you go on social media, if you go social gatherings, people have a lot of bad experiences and bad things to say about their employers. And one chakashata about Loving Angels. You've been an amazing family to Melo and everyone else. Thank you very much. Melo angara mainini, angara tete. She was many things. She wore many different hats in the cultural context. May I kindly ask, Pachurungu, we just call them the nieces, Vana, Azukuru, and so on. Melo's nieces, if I could ask Amaya, Tiana, Chloe, Vanessa, and Emily to just come forward. If you'd like to say anything else, this is the moment. You can have 1 minute each. If you don't want to say anything, it's fine. Just coming up is fantastic in itself.
Guys, I wrote a couple of words that I would like to say about Auntie Melo. It's going to be very hard to imagine life with Auntie Melo's bright smile and infectious laugh. She just wasn't an aunt, she was a friend. I was mesmerized by her style, as you can see. We'd spend hours doing hair. She would show me outfits that she would put together, and it always came out well. Beyond her style, she was a beautiful soul. She was always there celebrating everyone's triumphs and comforting their disappointments. At work, she made ordinary days feel special, turning tea into deep conversations. The world will not be the same without her, but her spirit and memories live on. Auntie Melo, I just want to say thank you for your love, for your guidance. You will be deeply missed but never forgotten. May your soul rest in peace.
Mama Melo was an amazing auntie and always treated everyone with respect. She always looked out for us and always made sure everyone was safe and happy. She had such amazing recipes and her food was always amazing. If you ask someone about Mama Melo, not a single negative comment would come out their mouth, because she was always such a lovely and funny person to be around. Mama Melo was always a fun aunt to hang around, and she came up with the funniest jokes and always spoiled us. She never complained about anything and never wanted to worry anyone. You could ask anyone about Mama Melo and their mouth would instantly curve into a smile as they recited joyful memories they had with her. She always had a positive mindset and was dancing whenever she got the chance, even when she was in pain. She left a heartbreaking stamp on anyone she met and had a unique bond with them in her own special way. You can always remember the way she smiled and laughed and instantly filled everyone with happiness knowing that she was okay. No one was expecting her to leave so soon.
On behalf of Diane, she tried her hardest, she never gave up. She stood up and showed us what she was made of. Mama Melo and him used to dance loads of songs by Kennedy, Freeman's. They used to have fun together by dancing and laughing, telling jokes. So Lord, please help Mama Melo's soul to rest in peace. And bless you dearly.
Mama Melo was an amazing auntie. She always had a smile on her face, even when she didn't feel okay. She always danced and sang whenever she could. She always spoiled us. She was such a joyful person. I'll always remember that lovely smile and contagious laugh. We will miss her always.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, girls. You are right that Melo was a ray of positivity. I remember when I went to see her in the hospital, I'm sure the nurses, if they didn't know, they would have thought I was the patient, because she was just so happy, so strong, so full of charisma. That was the Melo that I remember, and that's the Melo that I'll cherish. As I've said before, in our cultural context, the labels, the roles that we give to people are so varied. Pachirungu, we just call them brothers-in-law. Saka na baba mimi, na baba mkuru, baba Michaela, baba Chloe, baba Tiana, baba mnini Victor, na baba Emily. Mukangu kana makasunguka. Would like to give you the floor. Mukangu ita a minute each. You're welcome to take the floor.
Mommy, I'm so sorry for the loss here. My name is Melo. Me, I haven't got a lot of words. I just want to say she was a joy to be part of. The only thing that Memo really showed me that she was a loving person is that I always used to go to the steam room, to the sauna. And then Melo said to me one day when I rang Mr. Simba and Simba, together to steam room nas. So Auntie Melo said to me, Bankuru, Mungu Garab, go to a steam room all the time. What exactly happens in a steam room? So he says, okay, the next time that you've booked for the steam room, I'm coming. So Melo says to me, okay, you need to come and tell me what I need to wear. I said, Melo, you just come as you want to come to the steam room. Make sure that you've got something that you're willing to get wet. So Melo put on one of those shorts that are lyric or something. And then she came there with a t-shirt on. So I've just done my hair. What am I going to do about the hair? I said, okay, Melo, don't worry about the hair. All you need to do is just bring a shower cap. So I end up in the steam room. The first time she sat with me, Simba was sitting there, and these other white guys were sitting on the other side. So, for the first few minutes while you're sitting in the steam room, you can take it. So she stood up, she said, Uncle, what is wrong with you guys just sitting in here like, for 2 minutes. Okay, there's a cold shower there. So she stood up, she went, and then she came back again and says, yeah, now I'm going to sit in this thing. After sitting there for a couple of minutes, she stood up again, and then I said, okay, let's go into the sauna. Okay, what happened in the sauna? No, in the sauna it's just a drier version of the steam room. So we sat in the sauna there for a couple of minutes, and then after that I said, Simba, you take over. Auntie Melo, you go sit in the jacuzzi with her and enjoy yourself. So Melo, with all the joy that I've known you for the last 2-3 years, I know I've known you for a short period of time, but my dear sister, rest in peace. And for everyone that has known Melo for the short period or for the long period, I just want us all to just clap our hands, just for the next couple of seconds to just celebrate Melo's life. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry. I don't know much about how chipo cha Melo. Taiti tika visit a few minutes. Chikafu chapa table whatever so anengaita and this one thing I don't more. I put in Bankuru gara ipapa oita zvaanoita gadzira salad dzake toseka. Every time aiva nesofa rake raifarira padhuze netv, anotaura nyaya, oseka, kupa advice. Just before ashaike aitotaura zvekuti no, maybe they can try a open service consultant because ndozvakanga kaita kuzimbabwe. She had so many dreams, even yochiona kuti munhu ari kurwara, but anenge achitokudza kuti right from here tinoda kuita zvakati, tinoda kuita zvakati, tikaita zve-health and safety ndichiita basa rangu randiri kuita, then ndichiita catering, so now ndoda kuregister company yangu ndichiita so ndichiita so. So every time waitokamuona, you will learn something from her. Even are in pain, you'll pick up one or two things from Nanga Chukutsu. So I'm going to say, rest in peace, my name. Thank you.
I'm very good at this, but so I think every time we used to go, I think me and Sima used to argue about taking turns for Mani. And Mani would say, we're going to pick a pig, but you always say you come and you don't. And she always used to laugh about it and always like made you feel like so wanted when you went to the house. And I remember every time we went there were this type of foods you don't understand. A mix of this, a mix of that, a mix of that, a mix of this. And then I remember we went there and my wife said, I'm not under result. No, they haven't tried what I do. And she was trying to tell me that she has put avocado in this and this and this. And I tasted that and I'm like, okay, I like this. And it was always like every time she had these classic things that she always had. And one of the things that I learned was the positiveness in what was going on. It's unbelievable. Like, so you should ask me about clinical questions. At first I used to lie, but when I started telling her the truth, I realized she takes it very well, more than I mean. She'll tell me the results over the phone, and I'll be so worried about what she's telling me. But even when I explain, she'll be like, "What's that about me? I'm like, I just told you about this. Are you understanding it?" I remember I had to say to Tiana, I don't know whether she understands what's going on or she's just a positive person. But as time went on, we realized that she was just a positive person. I just want to say, because on the last day, I can't see David without thinking about Melody. I think CPR is not meant for relatives. You can't do CPR to a relative and they don't make it. That's gonna go down with you all the time. I work in an environment, your health, and every time I'm seeing a TV, that's the first thing that comes into my head. I had to go and certify a death the other day, and when I walked into the house, I can just see myself doing CPR. I wish if it was something that I can sit here and say, I saved your life and we'll laugh about it. To do that and the person doesn't come back, it's not something that should happen to someone you're so close to. It's a patient, that's fine, but for someone you're so close to, someone who's nice as well, it's gonna take some time. Please rest in peace.
Thank you. It is a difficult day for me to speak regarding my lady, Bella. She was the sweetest soul I've ever seen. You know, Melo was someone who had a big heart, that in her heart she would have your space in that heart, and it was big enough for everyone. You would be amazed, you know, the number of people that are here and that can attest to what she did. In terms of her character, in terms of you know, her life. You know, it took me throughout the course of this month to adjust, because every time I opened, I rang the doorbell, she would open the door. Bankuru, what do you say? You know, that was always our opening start. You know, then the rest is, you know, we are already talking, and you know, but I would say a lot. But let me just say a few things that I learned from her life. She struck me in a way that has left a lesson that has been, I think I'm still reflecting. Many people, when we go through hard times, we change. We begin to express the condition of our pain, but not with Melo. Melo never spoke like somebody who was sick. She was just ever joyful, all the time. You know, she went through cancer, and I mean, she went through her chemotherapy, and all the time she was always hopeful, you know, praying. So many people were coming, praying with her. But I want to say, Melo, you did not survive cancer, but you overcame cancer. Because it didn't take a soul. You know, a lot of people take a wara, take a sangana, nematambudziko. We begin to curse God and even those around us. We are not approachable. But my Nini was a joyful soul, a joyful spirit all the time. You know, the last time I saw her, because she had just had a terrible cough and a cold she had, but I was dying just to see her and embrace her. You know, when I knocked on the door and she opened the door, she herself would say, "Mamini, don't come. You don't ever know, because I'm not, you know, I'm still not flu or anything." But this day I said, "My Nini, flu is flu. I can't stay this long without seeing you and having our fellowship." And I had to come in by the door, and I hugged her, and we chatted and we talked. This is just 3 days before she was taken by the Lord. I just want to say, she would say she would testify, and today this is a testimony, that she fought a good faith, a fight of faith, and kept hope and faith together till the last day. I know you are now having an eternal joy in a new body, in the bosom of your Father, our Lord, in heaven. But I will always cherish everything that you have done, and you have left a legacy for me, that you need to love God no matter what. Whatever we are going through, it passes. We go through it. But this is a testimony. She kept her faith. I salute you today, my Nini. I salute you. You never came away from your faith, from your hope. You loved God till the end. I'm going to leave time to Uncle.
I'm sorry. Church leaders, community leaders, and the rest of the Zimbabwean community for helping us in this difficult time. I'm in pain, but I can't even begin to imagine what my mother-in-law is going through. She is a very lovely woman. She's a very kind person. She's a good person. She doesn't deserve to go through this, but that's what God has decided to do. I tried to write a speech so many times. I couldn't find the right words to write. But at the end, I decided to write a speech. So hopefully I'll be able to read it. I might not be able to finish it, but maybe I'll ask you to help me with the strength of prayer so that I might be able to finish my speech. Today we gather to honor and remember a truly remarkable soul. When I say truly, I mean truly remarkable soul. My late sister-in-law, words, no matter how carefully chosen, can never fully capture the essence of who she was. She was more than the dresses, because I know most people are talking about the dresses, about Ascot, about places she would go. She always wanted to look nice, but that was not all about her. She was more than the dresses she wore, more than the roles she played in life. There was something profoundly beautiful and unique about her, a light that shined from deep within her heart and soul. She was a woman of extraordinary kindness and generosity. I'm sure there are so many witnesses here who can witness that. Even in her most challenging moments, when she was confined to a hospital bed, her thoughts were not of herself, but of others. She found ways to extend her compassion, offering help and comfort to fellow patients. I was there to witness that. She found ways to extend her compassion, offering help to comfort fellow patients. I remember this very well. There was a lady, an elderly lady called Mavis. Mavis would come to my sister-in-law's bed to thank her for the kindness he had shown. Melody, my sister-in-law, my mining, I'm very proud to call her that. I can call her that with so much confidence. Mavis will come to Mining Melo's bed and thank her for what she has done through the night. When she rang those bells, she was ringing those bells, and then the nurses will be busy doing some other things. But Melody will get up and help her. She never told me that in person, because she was not that kind of person who will be a show-off person. If she was someone else, probably she'll be having a camera and taking the pictures so that she can show people that she had been taking this lady to the toilet in the middle of the night. But she never told me that herself. But Mavis used to come and say, thank you for last night. And it was a hard night. And when she tells me about Mavis, she will say, Gogo, or Gogo was struggling last night. And I'm thinking, did you call home or something? But she had that respect of anyone who is older than her deserves the respect. She was that kind of person. They were not related, not even by the skin color. Yet she watched over him as if she were her own grandmother. She never referred to Mavis by her first name, even when she wasn't around. To her, she was always Gogo. Her selflessness knew no bounds. She had a great gift of cooking, sharing, and giving. Sharing and giving were among her most natural gifts. It wasn't just food she shared. She gave her time, her energy, and her labor without hesitation. She would sweat serving others, never complained, never expecting anything in return. She was born to serve, and to serve she did. Even in the limited time she spent with us, we noticed that. At work, from what I heard, please correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I heard from some of the work colleagues, I don't know. At work, from what I heard, she was the same, always thinking of others, preparing food for her colleagues, not because she was asked, but because it was her nature to care, to nurture and to give. It was fitting that she worked for Loving Angels, which is a great company with loving people. Because today, Loving Angels has truly lost one of its own. She was an angel in every sense of the word, bringing light and love wherever she went. Her beliefs were not just words she spoke, they were the very fabric of her being, not just the cloth she wears. She lived her values every day, and her actions were a testament to her faith in the goodness of people and the importance of kindness. Her personality was a reflection of her deepest convictions, and she touched the lives of everyone she met with her warmth and sincerity. She had the power to make the right choices, to choose the right over wrong. She never followed blindly. She was a very smart woman, a good person, a leader in her own right. She carried herself with dignity and never lost sight of our values as Zimbabweans. She was a proud embodiment of our culture, our strength, and our resilience. Her presence was always a blessing to me personally and the rest of the family. As a brother-in-law, we shared our own secret jokes, and in her presence, the house was always filled with laughter. She had a way of making a house feel like a home. She did that very well, and I'm sure we have got witnesses here who can second that. And now, even if the house is filled with people, it feels empty. She was the bravest person I ever met. Even when the medical staff were hesitant to tell her about her diagnosis, She insisted on knowing the truth. I'm sure you can witness that. She told me she was ready to fight. I remember when we went to Wexham, and the medical staff, they kept on going round and round. They were not telling us the truth, but they gave us the Macmillan booklets and stuff, and we didn't know where we were. And she said to me, I'm ready for this. They should just, if they want to tell me, they can just tell me. If they say it's cancer, then I'm ready for it. Just tell me what it is, and then we can start to work on it. And then eventually when they told us, she put herself to work, and then, of course, we know the result. She told me she was ready to fight, and fight she did. Through her sickness, her smile never faded. Her caring nature never diminished. She faced her challenges with a strength and grace that inspired us, I hope all. I know I was inspired, but I cannot speak for everyone. But I hope everyone was inspired by this. As we say goodbye, let us remember her, not with sorrow, but with gratitude for the time we were blessed to have her in our lives. Let us carry forward her legacy of love, compassion, selflessness, and dedication. Let's strive to live as she did, with open hearts and willingness to help others, even in the face of our own struggles. She may no longer be with us in body, but her spirit lives on in the countless lives she touched, and I'm sure she touched a lot of people from what I heard and from the other speeches which were made, and from the things which she did. We never knew that she was giving to the churches. She was doing charity work in Zimbabwe, even if she didn't have much herself. She had the courage to go and help other people. She will forever remain in our hearts, a beacon of light and love. When I miss her, I will laugh at the things we used to do, the memories we shared. Let us carry on loving her, but we must also find the strength to let her go. I'll say rest in peace to my mining, my sister-in-law. I'm proud to say that.
Thank you very much. These are all very beautiful tributes that are being given to her for a wonderful person. Melanga ino wakoma nevaningina. She had the older sisters and the younger sisters. May I kindly ask my Michaela, my Chloe, my Tiana, my name Saru, Penny, na my Zira to just come forward. We're just running a little bit behind of time, so we can go to 1 minute each to form the program.
I'm sorry, everybody. Inintini my guru. mama. Makaita yenyu. Makaita yenyu makatidzidzisa tese kuti tizive Mwari. Makaita yenyu mama. Mainini vaiziva Mwari. Vaiziva Mwari ndiye akavasimbisa through kurwara kwavo kwese kudarika ini mama. Mainini ndaiti ndikataura navo vaingoti ndiri right. She was selfless. When I mean selfless, you would ask her about herself. She would turn it round to you. Remember saying my guru, ndakanzwa kuti mama muchirwara. Aiwa, hatisi kutaura zvangu, tiri kutaura zvako Melo. Ai, ndotoripo. That's all she said. She was so strong. And I hope I'll find the strength from my name Melo, how she was. Not one day like everybody said that she complained. Kuti ndiri kurwadziwa pakati. Ndinoziva kuti munorwadziwa mama, munoti dai ndakakurudza kuuya akandiudza kuti ndinonzwa apa. But Melo anga asingakuudzi kuti ndinonzwa apa. She used to say ndiri right, ndinotoripo. Nokuti I think the Holy Spirit was in her. The Holy Spirit was in her mama. Nokuti vangu vasinganzwi pain kana complain about anything. My name Melo. Notifamba nyoro. I know wherever you are flying with the angels. Because you were brought on this earth to do basa ramakaita, makatumwa na Mwari kuti muye pano panyika to help others. You were so selfless that even in your hospital bed, you were helping somebody else. This is who you were. Kumusha used to go care home. Muchinobatsira kubatsira kwakuita care home. Kwabatsira kwakuita chembere muno Melo. She didn't start here. She was born to care. She was born to love. And all I say is that, thank you, mama. Melo famba murugare mwana wa mai wangu. Famba murugare mningina wangu. Until we meet, we will fly with those angels together. Bedwe ngatizire Mwari. Thank you. Mama Melo for the nation. My young sister, I'm so proud of you. You went too quick. We had plans. We're thinking of your birthday. We're thinking of making Ascot the best thing ever because of what you'd gone through, but you never gave us the chance. But what I thank God is the memories that we shared. When we heard your diagnosis, we were hurt. We could not understand why the Lord had chosen you, but He had a reason and a purpose that's beyond our understanding. We were so hurt to say, why you of all the people on this earth? But He knew you could handle it, because the way you handled it, you were just a pro. I could not have done it the way you did it, but you were just a pro. And one thing that you've left me is I've looked at the way you lived your life. And the verse that I would attribute to your life from this day forever until the day I leave this earth is 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 16. Be joyful always, pray continually, and give praise in all circumstances. You went through hell, but you fought like a pro. I am so proud of you. You had so many prayer warriors out there. I lived with a prayer warrior who prayed for your soul, and some of us of little faith were laughing, thinking, why is this little boy always saying, Lord bless Mama Melo's soul, Lord bless Mama Melo's soul, because your soul was blessed, and he just wanted you to be at peace. We know you're in a better place, you're not in pain anymore, but we are hurt, we miss you, but till we meet again.
Good afternoon, family, friends, and loved ones. My name is Melo. We're here today in the Ascot outfits that you taught us to be in. I'd like
like to welcome everyone to the celebration of Melody Chakafa, aka my name Melo as I called her. As we all gather here today with heavy hearts to remember and honor Melody Chakafa, losing someone we care and love is never an easy thing. It leaves a huge void that can never be filled or replaced. But as we grieve, may we find comfort in the Lord at these very sad times and remember all the beautiful memories we shared with Melody. My name Melo was a glamorous queen, a model, an amazing chef, a hardworking woman, a soft, kind-hearted, ever-smiling, generous, loving, and easygoing person who loved God and had such amazing strength that I admired so much. When my name Melo was diagnosed, we were heartbroken. She smiled every single day. When she started a chemo, not one day did she ever complain. She said, it was well, my Tiana. I'm not in pain. I'm okay. Don't worry. Every time I asked her questions about how she was feeling, trying to advise her on things that she needed to do to bulk herself up, or if she's feeling sick, she always gave me a smile. Totally right, my Tiana. Sanetskan. It is so difficult to put into words the depth of our sorrow as a family. We are hurting. My Nini Matiruadzisa. We are heartbroken. Such a young soul with an amazing future ahead of her. But Jisine, today we are going to be strong. We will celebrate your incredible life you lived. The great glamorous person you were. Royal Ascot, it was my Nini today. Who will we go with today? Till we meet again, may your soul rest in peace. You will be deeply missed, but you will never be forgotten. You will always be loved. Fambai Shakanaka. To Mom, to Lakut, Makaita Yenyu, Makareza, my name Melo, the way you raised them. She was one of the most respectful people, respectful to everyone around her. My name Melo. You chose me to do CPR on you on the last day. It was not easy. I tried. I went to get the DFP. I tried CPR. Tried everything I could. But nothing. There was nothing I could do more. God chose you for whatever reason. But I am so heartbroken. I'm grateful for you choosing me to be there to hold your hand and comfort you when you took your last breath. But it wasn't easy. It's a memory that will live with me forever. Thank you.
Ndingatyere kurwadza, ndingatize kufa, kwete ndinoenda Kenani, nyika yandinoda, nyika yandinoda. Ndinoda kukutendai mose muri pano nesu. We know it wasn't an easy journey. Asi mose makafamba nesu murwendo rwa Melo. It was really amazing. Takakura tese andichataura zvakawanda nekuti zvakawanda zvataurwa. Asi ndinoda kutenda Mwari kuti takakura zvakanaka, and her journey mukukura kwake was really amazing. Melo aida zvisi zvekumanikidzira. It was natural. It was natural. And until her last day, because takabva on a Sunday, then Monday, ndopatakabva message yacho. I couldn't take it because nekusimba kwanga kwakaita Melo, her voice, akaenda ne voice rake. I didn't know kuti takanga taenda kunokuti bye-bye. I explained to my children, ndikati Mama Melo has gone to be with the Lord. And my kids were like, you mean so we had gone to say goodbye? And I said, no, we didn't know that God was going to take her home on a Monday. But we are thankful and very grateful kuti Mwari akatipa mukana iwoyo. Saka ndinoda kuti Mwari atisimbise tose as we say goodbye to Melo. It's very hard, Mama Maipofu. Asi ndakamira pano nasi ndine ushingi. Ndazviudza kuti today I have to celebrate and I'm not going to cry. Tiripo kumira nemi, takamira nemi tose pano. Uye ticharamba tinemi murwendo rweupenyu. It's never easy, Mama. It's never easy for a parent to bury their child. Asi kana Mwari vatonga, apana anoramba. Inzira yedu tose. Asi ndinoramba ndichiti Mwari ngaatiyaradze. Melo, famba zvakanaka. Chef Mills, you will always be the face of Hayami Closet. Melo akandi-inspire. Ndiri pano nhasi ndakapfeka mapfekero andakaita, asi andambopfeka ndakadai. Asi ndaiudzwa nezveinonzi ascot, ndichingoti ndichakuenda, ndichingoverengera. Handina kuziva kuti ndichazopfeka, ndichiratidza mucherechedzo weascot. Ndichikuchema Melo, ndichikuoneka. Moyo wangu unorwadza, asi nerimwe zuva kana tazokunda tichaonana kudenga. Ndichakuudza zvose zvakasara zvikaitika. Go well and farewell. We will always remember you, the face of Hayami. Thank you.
How do you condense a lifetime? You don't. If you've ever read or seen Les Miserables, it's a slog, but there's a quote that says, "To have loved is to have seen the face of God." To have seen the face of Melody is to have seen the face of love. Therefore, you have seen the face of God. If you leave here with anything, it's that every time you look at her face, remember the music of her laughter. She never said no. She was always smiling. She always said yes. And she always laughed. And if there is one thing, she was too good for this earth. She was too happy, too loving. And I always said to her, you know, you've got the longest legs. So I hope where she is, she's somewhere just worthy of her beauty, worthy of her happiness, her kindness, her abundantness. She was too good for this earth. And if I could just leave her with just this one verse, it would amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once
'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear.
We will meet again, because people like you deserve the everlasting life.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I've asked God so many questions. Kuti Mwari hatina kunamata zvakakwana here. Maybe we did not fast enough. We will never know why. Only God knows why. Minding you carried that tumor with grace. She never hid it. She was not embarrassed. She was not ashamed. She never lost her joy. Seeing you go through this journey, my sister, I've come to realize the true meaning of Galatians 5 verse 22. You demonstrated the true fruits of the Spirit, Melo, even in your affliction, your love, your unselfish concern for others, always willing to serve. Melo anga singagari pasi, mainda kunomuona Melo. Ndiye manya kukutsvagira imvura yekumwa, drink, vana vachichekera ma-apple, ma-orange. She was always serving. She never sat down. She was patient, not in the ability to wait for healing, but in how she acted while waiting for God to heal her. Your goodness, my name, your kindness, still wanting to do good, and above all, your faith and hope, which gave us hope. So when I got the call on Monday, the 20th, I was not expecting it. My knees went weak. I felt weak, I felt sick for a moment, and all I could do was pray in tongues to strengthen. I told myself, no, it is well. My guru, update. I strengthened myself. I have nature that I would buy my sisters to come to your funeral. When the girls wore fascinators at my wedding, it was